Bushido here. It's been a while since I posted anything, but I got a request from our friend Johnny Grooms to do a review on the Barbasol electric shaver for a head shave. This came about as a conversation during one of his live streams. We got to talking about the Skull Shaver, which is a premium head electric shaver. And I said I did a reasonably nice job with this $14 Barbasol. So he asked me to actually film a review of this. Now, if you check online, I think the retail on this Barbasol is usually $20–25, but you can usually find this at a box store like Walmart or Giant Eagle, and every time I've seen it there, it's been $14.95, which is what I paid for this about 2 years ago. Originally bought it for my son to use for face shaving. He has since gotten into wet shaving with a double-edged razor, so he no longer uses this. So I use this on in-between days for my head. Now, as you can see, I've got some growth. This is almost a week's worth, which is much more than I would normally try to shave using this razor. But I wanted to give you a good idea of what can actually you can do with this razor, the shaver. And also, so that you have something to compare it to, I'm also going to do a shave on one side of my head with the one blade core. And I know Johnny has done a head shave with this and was not a big fan. I also am not a big fan of the one blade core for head shaving. It's really much too mild. For my use case, I have very coarse hair. I have never been able to get more than just a passable shave. With this, I've never been able to get a really close shave on my head with the one blade core. And again, they do advertise this on their website as their mildest razor. It's currently listed, I think, for $50 retail, but it's on sale for $29, which is actually more than I paid for it. I think it was, when I bought this about 1.5 years ago, it was listed on sale for $25, and I think I also had, they were running a special, maybe it was, I can't remember if it was Black Friday or something like that. I think I got it for $20. It does use proprietary blades, which I get is a hit against it. So I'm not telling you not to buy that. Let me be very clear. I know a lot of people love the one blade core, and if you have an interest in it, by all means, feel free to buy it. I'm not saying not to. I'm just saying, know that it's a very mild razor. It's really meant for people that are, I think, coming from the cart razor world into single edge or double edged razors. So it's meant to be extremely mild and very safe. It's almost impossible to cut yourself with this razor unless you drag it horizontally. If you're shaving just against the head, you will not cut yourself. It's like I said, it's nearly impossible. But that same mildness, that's a safety feature that's purposeful, also makes it kind of inadequate to do a really close head shave. Like I said, you're not going to get a BBS shave. You're not going to get even a darn fine shave with this particular razor on your head. But I think what you'll find when we're done is that the shave you get on your head with this one blade core, is going to be fairly comparable to what we get with the electric shaver. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. And again, things to know about this Barbasol electric shaver. It is a dry shaver only, so you cannot use it in the shower. You do not want to immerse it in any kind of water. You also cannot use any kind of shaving soap or shaving cream on your head. I have used it with shave oil. It doesn't seem to affect it negatively in any way. But today I'm just going to shave dry, and I'm going to shave this side of my head with the Barbasol electric shaver. And then I'll leave just a little bit probably here in the center for comparison, and then I'll shave this side of my head with the one blade core using a brand new feather blade, because I've also found that I cannot get a decent shave without using a brand new razor every time. The feathers, although they're extremely sharp, what that means is they also dull very quickly. So if you're someone that's got very coarse beard or very coarse head on your hair, that's something you need to be aware of, that you may not get the usage out of the blades that someone else might get. So again, anytime you're shaving with anything, your mileage may vary. So just be aware of that when you make your purchases and when you're using your equipment. So let's go ahead and start. All right, I'm going to stop for just a second. I hope you can see that. It's my eyes are pretty bad, so it's hard for me to be able to tell exactly what you can see. But I think you can see, even with the amount of growth I have, that's actually starting to do a fairly nice job of taking that down. So we'll go ahead and continue. All right. And again, I do apologize. My bathroom's not particularly set up well for recording, but we're going to do our best and hope we get through this all right. Like I said, I know that a lot of times you get what you pay for as far as your hardware, your equipment. And so it can be very tempting to go out and spend a lot of money on your equipment. And most of the time that's warranted. But there's always the case where you're going to be upsold, and maybe you're buying more than you need. So you always got to look at your use case. Decide what it is you really need. Are you going for that BBS shave? Are you just looking for a socially acceptable shave? Are you everyday shaver? Are you a couple times a week shaver? All those things will make a difference in what kind of hardware and software you want to invest in. And like I said, originally I bought this for my son to begin shaving. Okay, so he did not have a heavy beard, and so this was a perfect purchase for that use case. And normally, again, I would be using this with only about 24, maybe 36, 48 hours worth of growth on my head. I would normally shave, if I'm not shaving every day, I shave about every other day. So normally, this equipment would not be expecting to cut through this level of growth. Sorry about that. Let's see what we've got going on. Okay, come around a little bit. And again, I do apologize for any odd angles. And my vision's not that great. A lot of times I do just shave by feel when I'm using my double edge or my leaf or anything like that. But for recording, I figured I needed to kind of be able to see what I was doing. And I think that's about where we're going to stop on this side. Hopefully you can, I don't know if my lighting will let you pick that up well or not. A little bit back here. All right, actually, there we go, and that's not bad. Like I said, it's not, you know, baby butt smooth, and it's not going to be with an electric shaver. You're just not going to get the same level that you would get with a double edge or a straight razor. But that's easily a socially acceptable shave. Maybe not quite darn fine, but pretty close. That's a nice shave. I could be happy with that. It's fairly comfortable. All right, so let's get ready, and we'll do the one blade core. I keep saying one core. The one blade core razor. I'm also going to be using their actual shaving cream, the one blade shaving cream, because I want to give it the best chance at success. Like I said, for me, this is a razor I really want to like. It gets great reviews from the wet shaving community, and it's a nice looking razor as far as, you know, construction and all that sort of thing. And I think if you're someone new to wet shaving, you haven't quite developed your technique and that sort of thing, it's a great razor because it's very forgiving. But again, as far as for getting a fine head shave, it's just a little bit too mild for my use case. And so, you know, I did unfortunately, you know, I had it for a while before I actually tested it because, you know, that's kind of the way I do things. And so I kind of missed the return period. And when I contacted customer support, unfortunately, I got kind of a canned response. The first response I got was to check out their videos, which of course I had already done. And I had done multiple shaves, gone through multiple blades. And so it's a little bit disappointed with the first response. So contacted them again, and again the response was to move up to the Genesis, which is their aggressive handmade razor, which is, you know, a couple $100. And it's a beautiful razor, but that's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, especially not knowing what the results would be, you know, because again, the dimensions really aren't that different. I think the actual specifications as far as blade gap and angle and all that kind of thing are the same between all three of their razors. It's just the materials and the fact that the Genesis is hand-toned, that they're individually checked and adjusted to get the best performance. So yeah, well, I'm sure that's a beautiful razor. And I, you know, maybe someday when I've got a little bit more disposable income, that might happen. But right now, it's just not the thing, because I've got razors that I actually really do like. And, you know, I'm sure everybody can relate to the fact that, you know, you've got to pick and choose where your money goes wisely these days. So wet my head here just a little bit. All right. And again, sorry about disappearing on you. Oh my goodness. I'll admit I am not the most coordinated person, so sometimes it, you know, you see some guys do this and, you know, they'd be done by now, when, you know, with both sides of their heads, even switching equipment, all that kind of thing. I'm just not that quick. You might be able to edit some of this out, you know, at least less important parts, so you're not stuck watching me fumble through everything, but here we go. Brand new feather blade in the core. Let's go ahead and get some lather. Now the one thing I will say, their shaving cream itself is really nice. It's got a really nice lavender scent. It lathers very easily and very well. You get a good volume. So that's very pleasant. As for I would absolutely purchase the shaving cream again, and in fact I have. Again, what I used was the last of the sample that I bought originally. I actually have an entire tub of the shaving cream to use, and I will use it because again I do enjoy the shaving cream quite a bit. So, all right, I think that'll do to start. Let's go ahead. I will say there is a bit of a learning curve on using this one blade core. So while it does have the pivoting head, it doesn't have the same feel that your traditional cartridge razor is going to have. The nice thing is, again, that shaving cream is doing a very nice job both in providing slickness and cushion. So I'm not like getting any kind of irritation. Like I said, if nothing else, it's a very comfortable shave, even if it's not the closest shave you're going to get. And I think, like again, if you are someone that's coming over from the cartridge world, or again, if you have a fairly light beard, this might be a really nice razor for you. It's, for me, and especially, as with this heavier growth, this is going to struggle a little bit. It's actually doing a little bit better than I was expecting. Hard for me to see the back here. Let's give that another go with the one blade core on that side. And again, I'm just using each tool the way I normally would. All right, let's try this again. All right, let me do one more pass with the one blade core. I can tell you right now, I think the Barbasol is just a little bit smoother, and that may just be that it's more even. But we're going to find out here. Wait a second. So again, one more pass with the one blade core. And I will say that it actually is performing much better than I expected it to today. I've had very uneven results, and part of that might be my technique. But again, I also think it just is what it claims to be, which is a very mild razor design for people making that transition. It's designed so you do not cut yourself, and like I said, you really won't. You've really got to work hard, even to get any kind of irritation. If you're using good products and everything, you're gonna have to do 5-6 passes and really press down with the blade before you really start feeling a lot of irritation from the core. So in that respect, it's a very, very nice razor, and definitely something that if you're new to wet shaving, might be a very nice option. All right. One more time. Not sure if you can hear that, but yeah, I still get a fair amount of audible feedback on the one core. So I mean, it is obviously definitely shaving, Again, it shaves very mildly. So it's only taking off, you know, just a little bit each time. As I said, which is great in preventing irritation, that sort of thing. All right, let's rinse real quick. All right, so again, did one side with the $14.95 Barbasol electric shaver, which is again you normally find in your big box stores, Walmart, Giant Eagle, a few other places, and of course you can find it online. You're probably gonna pay a little bit more online than if you go to the big box store. Again, the retail is a little bit higher online than I've seen it in the stores. And then you'll also be dealing with shipping, of course. But I think for $14.95, that did a pretty good job. Again, as you can see, it's still a little bit on the top. That's about 5-6 days. There's the side with the Barbasol electric shaver. All right. There's the side with the one blade, and to me that's pretty even. I might even give the edge to the Barbasol. Again, that might be just because it's a little more even, but again it feels actually like it cut a little bit closer. And again, that may be the design of the one blade core, because it is designed to be so forgiving. It may be partly just my technique, but again, that's what I would call a socially acceptable shave on each side. Again, it's not going to be the darn fine shave or the BBS shave, but it'll get you by. And again, for around $25, either one, you're not shelling out a whole lot of money. Again, the issue with the one blade core, again, is uses that proprietary feather blade. Those aren't that much cheaper than the carts, to be quite honest. So something to be aware of. Again, the Barbasol dry shaver only. But again, if you just need to do a quick touch up, this doesn't do a bad job. So again, I'll get off here. I'll finish that little strip in the center. Probably using the Barbasol, and I'll just go over all my entire head so everything's even. But again, I don't know if my light in here lets you pick that up really well. I hope you got some idea. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know.